Yo, what up, what up, what up? You already know what I'm saying? Yo, I got my fire extinguisher, just so everybody know. I got my fire extinguisher, but on my fire extinguisher, just so you be understood, you know what I'm saying? Just so it be understood. Check out my fire extinguisher. It's got writing on it, right? It's got writing on it. Check out my fire extinguisher. The writing on it sounds a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Check the writing on it. Let me move the light around so you can see. Check the light, check the writing on it. You see the writing on my fire extinguisher? I'm not playing in here. You see that? Just take time to read the writing. Let me move the light around so you can see it better. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You see that? My fire extinguisher is lit. You know what I mean? VIN numbers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Business cards on my fire extinguisher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing in here. Yo, listen. You see the YouTube logo. You see the YouTube. Yo, recognize, let me take off the lenses for a minute. Recognize, you know what I mean? Recognize, yo, listen. When I first got to this district was like, you so-and-so and them cousin, ain't you? You from New York, ain't you? And I was like, you know what I mean? I'm from New York, you know what I mean? Yes, it's me. I'm from New York, you know what I mean? I was like real reluctant to deal with all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, it's like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, after a while, it was like, it got playful and shit, you know what I mean? Like, ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean? Yeah. It got playful like that. School type shit, not the neighborhood type shit, school type shit. So when it got playful like that, it wasn't never in its proper context. When I got here, it wasn't ever in its proper context. Yo, this is YouTube right now. You know what I mean? I'm putting it out there the way it is. You know what I mean? I'm not putting it out there less than what it is. So it got playful. It got, I was walking around. I didn't have a dirt bike. I had a 200 XL. I had a 100 XL. I had a mini trail 70. You know what I mean? I had gear bikes. So I went from gear bikes to walking around. When I moved to this district, you know what I mean? Shit hopped off in the building and I moved to this district. I didn't just move to this district and it wasn't fire. It was fire, you know what I mean? In the building. Everybody, you know what I mean, broke out. You know what I mean? Everybody broke out. It was fire in the building. So it was like, you know what I mean? Why is they talking like, you know what I mean? Yo, why you ain't got no clothes on in the wintertime? You know what I mean? Sheepskin down, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Feel out this and wallaby that. You know what I mean? I'm like, why is these niggas on me like that? They on me like, you know what I mean? But that's how they do. They be on you and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Where you from? I'm like, yo, where I'm from? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm on it like that now for real. I'm on it like that now. Don't say nothing to me unnecessarily. That's how I'm on it. I'm on it like that. You say something to me unnecessarily and you're not, walking the same walk. You gangster saying how you doing? Yo, don't be gangster saying how you doing. Be gangster if you gangster. Be gangster. However you be gangster, be gangster. Don't walk up talking about how you doing this near midnight. You know what I mean? Don't even ask me how to be gangster. I should smack you for, you know what I mean? I should smack you. Yo, listen. So you see the YouTube insignia, right? You see the YouTube insignia. So check it. Philly sent me to this district after I left this district. I was uncomfortable with the extremes that was present, and I left this district. Beefing with this district. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Philly they gotta step their game up, cause I'm gonna bang on some motherfucking body before the shit keep landing in front of me. These niggas is not talking friendly, talking about they got a gun and all that shit. I'm not playing with these niggas. I don't give a fuck who it is. Don't walk up talking friendly and it's near midnight and all that shit. I'm not playing with them niggas. Them niggas is silly niggas. Now listen, Philly sent me here after I left this district intentionally because shit was fire a little bit somewhere else. And you know what I mean? I land here and I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? My whole attitude was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Yo, this is how I'm doing it. Yo, Philly, what up? You know what I mean? I wasn't banging in Philly, but I was doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you can't stand on the corner. It's heated around here. You know what I mean? You can't stand on the corner. I was doing it like that in Philly. I was doing it like that in Philly. So for Philly to grab me and shit and send me back here, you know what I mean? That shit was like a step backwards, like mad backwards. I was like, why am I here? You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. You can't graduate now and shit. You know, you need extra credits and, you know what I mean? Shit like that was going on. And I was like, yo, these things is not real. You know what I mean? They talking about summer school. I had to go to summer school, you know, for the credits I needed. I couldn't drop my art class. I couldn't drop my metal shop class. I couldn't drop my wood shop class. I couldn't drop motherfucking library. You know what I mean? I had shit like that, gym. I had shit that wasn't major curriculums in front of 9th grade math that I needed to graduate. You know what I mean? These thinkers was bugging with their shit. I was like, yo, just give me the motherfucking 9th grade class. I don't need no fucking library, art, and metal shop. Just give me the shit I need. Why you giving me shit I don't need? I don't even need the credits they pushing. Give me shit I need. So they was like, yo, we can't give you the shit you need. You gotta go to summer school. I was like, summer school? Fuck that. So you see me pushing the Beamer. You know what I mean? You see me pushing the Beamer. As soon as they made my shit impossible, I was like, you seen the Beamer. You know what I mean? You just know you seen the Beamer after that. I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? I had got banged on at one time before I left. You know what I mean? Before I was in Philly. When I was in Philly, I had got banged on. You know what I mean? The altercation, because, you know what I mean? The dice was cocked. The nigga said the dice was cocked, right? I was like, fuck that. Give me my money, nigga. Nah, fuck that. Ain't no dice cocked, nigga. So my shit was heated a little bit. You know what I mean? Got banged on. Nigga ran home and shit. Got his shit. And I was like, run home, nigga. You know what I mean? Fuck you saying you gonna run home, nigga. I got my shit now, nigga. And the nigga was like, your shit ain't got no bullets in it, nigga. You ain't live like that. You ain't got no bullets in your shit. I was like, nigga, I'm not shooting my shit, nigga. What's wrong with you, you crazy nigga? You gonna run and go get a gun? Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I got my shit now. You ain't got no bullets in it. Blah, shoot this shit. I'm like, these niggas is crazy with this silly shit. The dice was cocked. Nigga, you ain't getting no money from me, nigga. Fuck that. So I ain't give him shit, right? So the nigga did some funny shit, like had some boys with him and shit. And it was like, yo, there go the police. And I turned around and you know what I mean? Shit hopped off when I turned around. When I tried to catch dude after that, I was chasing them, right? I was chasing them. Because dude had did some shit when I turned around, like got near my gun. You know what I mean? Dude got near my gun and I was like, oh shit, I know this nigga not playing like, you know what I mean? I won't catch his ass. And I started chasing him. I was running after the nigga. The nigga was running with a gun. You know what I mean? Running, right? Yo, so the shit got heated. I grabbed the nigga. Boom. You know what I mean? Grabbed him, threw him on the ground. And I was trying to catch his shit. He was like moving around, blah, blah. He was moving around fast like that. And I was like, come here, motherfucker, come here. You know what I mean? And the nigga was blah, blah. I was like, yo, this nigga banged on me? No, fuck that. Yo, where he hit me at? Where he hit me at? Because he took off running after he caught me. Because I wasn't sure if he caught me or not. And I wasn't going to keep going, you know what I mean? Trying to catch him, you know what I mean? So dude caught me, right? But I didn't know he caught me. I just stopped fucking around with him and he took off running. So after he took off running, it was like the shit went somewhere else. I was like, yo, where's this shit at? You know what I mean? Am I hit, nigga? I don't know. These silly niggas was standing there. I was like, yo, you don't know if I'm hit, nigga? Go get your shit. Go get a knife, nigga. Go get a fucking blade, nigga. You gonna let niggas just bop some shit and don't even move and shit. Just stand there like, I don't know. One of them type niggas. And I'm like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. So listen, we looking for this nigga, right? We looking for this nigga because the nigga was looking like he was just gonna run somewhere and hide, right? So we looking for the nigga. So I'm like, yo, where's this nigga at? I'm hitting my shoulder bleeding. You know what I mean? I got some shit in my chest and shit. Nigga caught me in the chest and in the shoulder, right? I'm running around bleeding and shit. These niggas is looking at me like, yo, you shot. You know what I mean? Like, what this nigga at? I'm gonna catch this nigga. This nigga running around and shit. Catch this nigga. Nobody was like, here go a gun. None of that. These niggas was just watching me run around, wasn't passing off or nothing. I never look at these niggas real as my shit. You know what I mean? My shit is realer than them niggas. Them niggas not that real. Them niggas supposed to pass off. Everybody had heaters then. Everybody had heaters, rifles, hand shit. Everybody had heaters. These niggas did not pass off. Them niggas watched me run around bleeding in this motherfucker. Shot. You know what I mean? These niggas would not pass off. So I was like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to catch this nigga myself. You know what I mean? Fuck that. So it was a couple people running with me. You know what I mean? After shit got that live. You know what I mean? I'm shot. You know what I mean? Chasing niggas. You know, nigga was like, where you at and shit like that. You know what I mean? Somewhere and shit. Anyway, right? So all this shit going on, right? So I'm like looking for the nigga. The police show up. Like, yeah, he went in here. I think he went in here. Went and ran in this apartment with the police. It was me and the police. The nigga stayed outside. I was like, he in here somewhere. And I'm going through the rooms and shit. Like, I know he in here. You know what I mean? I'm going to catch him. I'm going to catch the nigga. You know what I mean? The police was looking at me like, we ain't partners or none of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm looking for the nigga. He probably in the attic or some shit. I'm looking for the nigga. So we didn't find him in the apartment. Me and the police didn't find him and shit. So we went back outside and shit. And his cousin was out there. He had a cousin that lived with him or next door to him or some shit like that. Lived with him or something. So we was like, yo, where you at, nigga? Where you at? You know what I mean? That's one of them right here. That's one of them. Where you at? And the police was standing there like, you know what I mean? My arm was hanging down because I was bleeding. I was shot in my arm. You know what I mean? My arm was hanging down. And everybody was outside. Everybody seen it. They're going to see this vlog. And they're going to be like, yo, he's saying exactly what happened because we was shook. He was bleeding and shit. We didn't even know. But, you know what I mean? Everybody had heaters and shit. They ain't passed their heaters or nothing. They just ran around with me and shit like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He don't got no heater now. His heater gone. So my heater was gone. You know what I'm saying? I had a heater at first. I didn't have a heater when I got shot. You know what I mean? So some shit transpired. You know what I mean? In between having a heater and not having a heater. Know what the fuck going on in this motherfucker before you play like these niggas is live. These niggas is not live niggas. So I'm chasing these niggas around looking for these niggas. And these niggas is like, he ain't here. So I go to the hospital and shit. You know, ultimately, it don't hop off like that. It hop off. Let me rewind. We got this nigga surrounded. That's his cousin, right? But the police is standing right there like, you know what I mean? What y'all get ready to do? Because, you know what I mean? You know, he ain't say you going to jail, but you know the police gonna lock you up if you just jump somebody or something right there. So when nobody jumped, nobody did nothing to his cousin. You know what I mean? Nobody did nothing to him. So check it. It was some scuffles type shit going on, but it wasn't no major shit. This is before the police. And then after the police showed up, then it was like, you know what I mean? Y'all know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He didn't say you going to jail, but you know what I mean? We caught him right there. And my arm was hanging out, shot, you know what I mean? So it was like, you know what I mean? catch this nigga. You know what I mean? They was waiting for me to do something. So if I would have gotten no scuffle with the nigga, they would have locked me up with a bullet in my arm, bullet in my chest. It would have looked stupid. You know what I mean? These niggas was just standing there waiting for me to move. That's what it looked like. Like they was waiting to see what I was gonna do and shit. You know what I mean? Dude was ready to go in front of the police, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, if it would have got too crazy, you know what I mean? I know I would have went to the district. I would have went to the district on him. Yo, listen. So anyway, like I'm saying, the police was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, come with me. You know what I mean? You need an ambulance. You gotta go to the hospital. So I was like, come with you. I'm shot. I ain't going with you nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm going to the hospital. So the police was like, come here, give me your hand. And started handcuffing me. The police started handcuffing me. I'm like, you gonna lock me out? Snatched the cuffs from him and started running. You know what I'm saying? The police stood there. I ran. You know what I mean? I was running with handcuffs on. Yo, I was bugging because I was like, fuck these niggas. These niggas is not near me. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck these niggas. I had handcuffs on running. You know what I mean? Running through the district with handcuffs on, with motherfucking blood coming out my shoulder and shit, with burnt marks on my shirt. Like, you can't see if I was shot. It just looked burnt right up top. You know what I mean? It was like shit like that was hooked up. It wasn't no actual blood. It could have been internal. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck these niggas. These niggas is not locking me up. I'm shot and shit. So I ran across the street and shit and sat down till the ambulance came. So then he took the handcuffs off. He was like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna do all that, but you know what I mean? Took the handcuffs off. So know all the shit is going on, you know what I mean? So I go through the district, go to the hospital and shit. They laughing like, they're like, why you got on feli and shit? You look like a tennis player, you know, telling jokes and shit. I'm like, why is y'all telling jokes? I'm shot. Make sure there's no internal bleed and shit like that. Don't play no games with my shit. You know what I mean? Don't play no games with me. Talking about, you know what I mean? Look like a tennis player. You got on feli shorts, the tiger. You know what I mean? Looking like you're a tennis player and shit. They laughing at me. This shit was so contrary to what the fuck I was going through that I was bugging on the nurse. You know what I mean? I was like, this shit not funny. So this whole time I'm in this joint like, yo, these characters are just too fucking much. You know what I mean? And I was out of the district the same exact day. I was like, yo, I'm going to New York. I told the kid that I was with, because kid went kind of hard. The kid I was with went kind of hard. I'm not going to front. Kid went kind of hard with his shit. He, you know, we used to be on some shit. You know what I mean? He went kind of hard with his shit. But when he did that shit, I was like, I'm going to New York. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. You know what I mean? I'm going to try and make something happen. Music deal, record deal or something. I'm going to try and make something happen. So he was like, you know what I mean? He ain't say nothing really, but he lost all his money and was feeling a way about it. You know what I mean? I seen it in his eyes. You know what I mean? He was feeling a way about losing his money. But feeling a way about me leaving too. Like everything was all at once, and dude, mine was racing with some shit that he usually wouldn't be on. You know, we was together and shit. We was walking together, you know what I mean? So the shit was kind of crazy for the nigga to run home and shit. I was like, you gonna run home and shit? What the fuck is you doing, nigga? Shit like that was a bug out for me, you know what I mean? Nigga ran home and I was like, oh, now you running home and got a heater? All right, you got a heater now. All right. Nigga, I got my shit, nigga. I got my shit. What's the problem? You know what I mean? Ain't no bullets in there, you know what I mean? Nigga was calling my shit like I had to bang on him to prove that, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not banging on you, nigga. Ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? I'm not giving you your money back. Ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? So he was with his moms and shit. Him and his moms was there. So I was like, I ain't giving you your money. You know what I mean? It's just a regular day. I told him I was going to New York City. You know what I mean? I was going to make it happen on a music deal. You know what I mean? The niggas seen what I was doing a little bit. So you know how these niggas is. These niggas is some creepy type niggas on some shit where, you know what I mean, doing music deal type shit, and they near you on some, they might not have felines on. You know what I mean? Shit like that was going on. So check it. So when I went to the hospital and shit, I went to the hospital, got treatment, the bitch from the pizza shop showed up. She was like, you know what I mean? That's fucked up, you shot, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm shot, you know what I mean? I was shot famous in the motherfucker, you know what I mean? So, the bitch left, you know what I mean? The bitch was like, you know what I mean? Whatever. And, it was crazy. It was crazy because after I got out of the hospital, like a few days later, I went to the skating rink. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, yo, that's who got shot the other day. You know what I mean? Because I was walking with my shit was hanging down a little bit. My muscles were weak from being shot. You know what I mean? I was in the roller skating rink. Everybody used to go roller skating around that time. It was like, everybody remember what I'm talking about because it's like, there you go right there. That's the dude from New York got shot. You know what I mean? He lived and shit. He was after dude. He was chasing dude around and shit. Fighting them niggas and shit. Yeah, that's him. So they was like, you know what I mean? Everybody wasn't on it the same way. Dude came off with the, with the shot joint. Dude came off with a shot joint, caught me twice. Once in the chest, boom. Once in the shoulder, boom. You know what I mean? But dude emptied the joint. Clap, 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 clap. And I was near dude, you know what I mean? Dude was fighting for his life, you know what I mean? I was near dude in the way that, you know what I mean? Dude wasn't comfortable with being alive, you know what I mean? That way, you know what I mean? So listen, went to the hospital, went to the school, skating rink, never went to New York City. I was near Modell's and all that. I was near Modell's. Never went to New York City, and after never going back to New York City, I just motherfucking was one of them, I was the type motherfucker, like, what's moving in this motherfucker? What's moving? That's moving. Bang, bang, bang in the middle of the night. That's what's moving. Then that's what's moving. Bang, bang, bang in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? Not no sex shit, bitch. Not no sex shit. I'm talking about, motherfuckers had hammers and shit, figuring out what's real, because nothing was real. That was a regular day. Motherfuckers are emptying texts and shit. Shit was like, you're not going to empty the whole text. Let me see you empty that joint. Shit was like that. It wasn't shit going on, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm getting away from y'all niggas. We ain't going nowhere with all this crazy shit. This shit is just no nonsense type shit. We just banging to be banging and nobody really standing there, no shit. Police walking up. I'm like, you know what I mean? I ain't got shit on me. I ain't got shit on me, tech over there. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is like bugging, like, he gonna bang one of them niggas. You see, we was walking around with some shit, like, you know what I mean? It was just crazy. Yo, check it. Not these niggas. These niggas wasn't really on the same shit, but they was doing shit that was some shit. I'm not going to say these niggas is completely nowhere with this shit, but this shit is some comical shit. These niggas be telling jokes and shit, and I'm just annoyed like a motherfucker, but still shit hopping off like, motherfucker hungry one day and shit. Should be somewhere, but it's not motherfucking the district. The district is not playing. The district is motherfucking. Who got the music deal? Who got the record deal? Brooklyn not taking no sellout type shit, but who got the record deal? Kwame and them niggas? Kwame got the record deal. Yo, milking them niggas. MCI and them milking them niggas. They got the record deal. All right, niggas is looking for the record deal. You know what I mean? So check it. Let me put on my spectacles in this month. Let me put on my spectacles. So listen, I'm bugging because, you know what I mean? I'm going through the district trying to figure out what's real, with my little mischievous way type about it, doing it. You know what I mean? Because I would have been working at a Honda dealership, selling motorcycles, repairing motorcycles. I was inclined to be a motorcyclist or some type of, service personnel or something. I was inclined to be on that, all that. But when that didn't happen, I was like, yo, this has got to change. You know what I'm saying? So when things change, I got away from niggas. It changed that way. It didn't change where niggas was on some shit and it metamorphosized into some more shit. It didn't happen like that. Shit was, half-ass, and I got away from niggas. Niggas wasn't doing nothing. Niggas was weeding and shit every now and then. Niggas just wasn't doing nothing to me. You know what I mean? They wasn't doing nothing productive enough to say I would just be around them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing nothing like that. I was like, whatever the case, I was on it like something had to change. You know what I mean? And when it changed a certain way, like, you know what I mean? What's up? You know what I mean? It was somewhere. It changed a certain way, like, you know what I'm saying? They came around here. What they said? They left. All right, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit like that was hopping off. Like, motherfuckers was talking, but they was doing shit like leaving and coming back and shit. And I was like, dude had a gun. He shot the gun. But nobody did. All right, don't fuck with it. Shit like that was happening. It was like some funny shit. Cause the butter was coming in. This shit was happening while the butter was coming in. When the butter started coming in, it was like little silly shit was happening, like that wasn't butter related. It was butter related to the extent that you know how the butter related shit be hopping off. Hold up. You know how butter related shit be hopping off and it be based on butter type shit. Not that type shit. That same silly shit that I got shot with. That type shit. Not really, just not doing nothing else type shit. So listen. Little shit was hopping off like that, but it wasn't that major. But the butter shit was coming in, and it was like I was in a different district. The district that I was in, that I got shot in, was a different district that I was in, and the butter started coming in because these was like mostly school people that seen my struggle a little bit. They seen my struggle. You know what I mean? I was looking a certain way. I wasn't hustling or none of that. You know what I mean? They seen how I was looking. I had on fur coats. I had on this. I had on that. And niggas was telling me I couldn't graduate. Niggas was doing foul type shit, knowing I had the potential to graduate, but was doing shit like obstructing my path with art, library, wood shop, metal shop, just doing shit that, you know what I mean? If a nigga was advanced enough, a nigga could stop you from graduating if they seen the potential to graduate without it being in this proper context. Like, you know what I mean? Excuse me? You know what I mean? I'm Dolla50, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to, answer to your call, you know what I'm saying? So, going to classroom, being in school on time, everything 100, you know what I mean? Doing things in a way that if I was to graduate, you'd have been like, well, he graduated, but he had potential to graduate. He was mathematically inclined, scientifically inclined. He wasn't really active in the gym, but, he had potential. He didn't show his potential until he got on the baseball field and just struck a home run first swing, you know what I mean? But wasn't that person to change out for gym and shit, because it just wasn't that type of shit. Like, I'm gonna hit this home run, but I'm not doing what y'all doing and shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that, you know what I mean? I'm doing some different shit. Put my fur coat on and shit, you know what I mean? Doing my shit like that. So when I got with kids from the same district, from the same school, this is how it hopped off. This is how the kid was born. This is how everything hopped off. From being around people that wasn't doing the same shit, getting shot, going to a different district, doing some half-ass butter type shit, and then see, I'm skipping Philly. All this shit didn't happen at the same time. I'm skipping Philly. See, when Philly, this is how they did this shit. When I didn't graduate, it was a direct result of going to Philly. I went to Philly first on summer. It was summer. I didn't graduate. I went to Philly. When I went to Philly, I stayed in Philly there for the summer. And then when it was time to go back to school, I got back late. I got back late to school. So when I got back late to school, they was like, we know what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? We know what you was doing. I was like, what you mean we know what I was doing? I'm like, I wasn't with nobody. By myself. I got back late. I was in the district I'm from. So he was like, the principal was like, you know what I mean, know what you was doing. You know what I mean? My mom's was like, what do you mean you know what he was doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean? She worked at the government. You know what I mean? She worked for the government at the time. And you know what I mean? She was like, what do you mean what you know what he was doing? He wasn't doing nothing. So you know what I mean? It was like, you know, some challenging shit was going on about me graduating and shit. You know what I mean? So I had all these classes I didn't need: art, library, gym, motherfucking metal shop, wood shop. I had all the shit I didn't need. And then I needed credit, like math credit, because when I transferred districts, I went to classes I didn't need, as opposed to, you know, they put me in classes that I looked like I had the potential to be in. And then when my record showed up from the district, the record said, well, he didn't finish this class, he didn't finish that class, and that was the difference. So when I didn't finish classes and moved in between and all that, you know what I mean? It showed up. So when it showed up, it was like one credit off, one math credit off. And I was like, yo, just give me the math credit. I'm not going to summer school. You know what I mean? I had a look about me like, you know what I mean? Just give me the math credit. I need the math credit. You know what I mean? Give me the math class. I'll pass it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I had potential to pass math. You know what I mean? My potential, I was inclined to pass a class. You know what I mean? If you challenge me into some type of learning episode, I would probably pass. But if you just fucked around and, you know what I mean? You just gave me a hard time. You know what I mean? I'm half-assed. Like, I'm not cutting school and shit, but I'm like showing up and like, it's not real in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's just some of the teachers I get along with, but some of the teachers just like, you know what I mean? You think I'm gonna pass you? You know what I mean? Like you talk like you think I'm gonna pass you. Shit like, you know, that didn't really have nothing to do with me being having the potential to pass. Like, wouldn't help me if I needed help, but not needing help to pass. But you know, talking in a way that just redirected me from passing, redirected me from the emotion that it would take to be inclined to pass. Listen, I'm the same person talking now as I was in school, and Yakub and all that wasn't in the conversation. They wasn't talking about Yakub. They wasn't talking about, you know, 5% nation, gods and earths. They wasn't doing nothing like that. This is not that type of district. No kind of way. You know what I mean? So it was like I was somewhere out of my element, but I'm still from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Brooklyn, I'm going to call it like that. I was from Brooklyn, and I was inclined to do well because I was from Brooklyn. So check it. This is how it transpired. So when I was getting the butter was coming in. Hold up, let me see. Philly. All right. Summer. It was summertime. They told me what they told me. It was summertime. I was half-fast applying myself, not really, you know, showing up sometimes, you know, just doing some half-fast shit every now and then. Nothing major, nothing to really say I was into something else as opposed to what I was doing at school. I was a school type person at school, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the type to be like, you know what I mean? Yo, that bitch crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to math class, you know what I mean? Fuck that, you know what I mean? Yo, what's going on, teacher? You know, I wasn't that type of person. I was the type of person that show up dressed for school, show up one time, you know, doing school type shit. I just wasn't the type of person that just blow school away. I wasn't that type of person. So I was punctual and shit like that. I was at my homeroom hanging outside the door, and when the bell ring, I'm the last one in the class, shit like that. The teacher be like, well, why are you the last one in class? I'll stand there, watching you at the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm bullshitting around. So you know what I mean? Not bullshitting around. Didn't curse either. I wasn't the type to curse in school either. I respected the teachers for being teachers. Teachers was cool being teachers. All the teachers was black. All the teachers, it was a black school. You know what I mean? It was just a southern inclined type of school where it's just what I was explaining. If you ever go down south and you're in an all black school, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's just not the all black scenario that you have, with 5% of guards and earths. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different scenario. So I wasn't a 5%. I just was in my element and with that type of logic present. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yakub, huh? He was famous. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's real. You know what I mean? Shit like that was like, I was in my element. I wasn't the type of person that like, Yakub, get the fuck out of here. Fuck around with Yakub. You know what I mean? I wasn't that person. I was in my element, like, you know what I mean, Yakub, you know what I mean, like deep thought and shit, like Yakub and shit. You know what I mean? I had a way about me with the shit, you know what I mean? So listen, back to this shit where I'm going through summertime, getting shot before going through summertime, and then go to Philly. Butter start coming in hard in Philly. Mad butter. You know what I mean? Mad butter. You know what I mean? I'm like moving through the district. Yo, you can't stand on the corner type shit. You know what I mean? Shit gonna fuck up the shit how it should sound. You know what I mean? We not doing it like that. We just doing mad butter type shit. Shit open up, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Be there, but can't be there right now. You know what I mean? Holding it down for the district, no doubt. For Philly, not going past Philly. It's just holding it down for the district. Like, this is not no hangout. You can't do it like that. You know what I mean? And when they got turbulent and shit, they just grabbing niggas. Boom, come here. Not no warrants or nothing. They just grabbing niggas like roughing, not roughing niggas up, but you know what I mean? I'm a juvenile and shit for real. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I'm graduating this shit. All right. Fuck, I'm just visiting this shit. So listen, check it. Grab everybody up, like boom, put us in a trailer and shit. Send us to the districts. Like, yo, what was you doing in there? She mean, what I was doing? I was visiting. I'm a visitor. You know what I mean? I don't know nobody out here. So they let me go, you know what I'm saying? The other kids, they was older than me. They didn't let them go. They was like, you know what I mean? $1 million bail. I was like, $1 million bail. You know what I mean? It wasn't $1 million bail at first. It was like they didn't let them go. They had to stay there. On some weed type shit. So mind you, on some weed type shit. This how Philly doing it, North Philly. This how they doing it. It was like they found some residue. They found some residue of weed and shit in the wall and shit. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. Some shit hopped off. They was like they found some residue of weed in the wall. And where was the rest of the weed at and shit? Some shit. Like the rest of the weed? What weed? Fuck around with fucking weed, nigga. I'm going to school. Visiting. I'm a visitor. I don't around no weed and shit. So listen. So they let me go. And they kept, kids that I was with, you know what I mean? That I told them I was visiting. And there wasn't no business going on or nothing. It wasn't none of that. So they let me go. So I jumped in my joint. I jumped in the cab, got in the cab, was like looking out the window and shit. You know what I mean? I had on my jewels, you know what I mean? Ring watch and shit, jewels in my mouth. You know what I mean? Doing it a certain way and shit because I had to go back to school and shit, right? They had my clothes and shit in the building I was in and shit. And I had to go back to school and shit, right? So I was like, damn. I can go to school in Philly. This shit is too crazy to go back to school beefing and shit with them niggas based on shit that was happening on. Now mind you, the butter shit that was coming in didn't come in until after I got back from Philly. After I got back from Philly, and then the principal was like, "Yeah, we know what you was doing and shit like that." You know what I mean? So when they told me it wasn't gonna give me my extra credit, because I ultimately went back when they told me to go back. When the police told me to go back to school, I ultimately went back to school. You know what I'm saying? When I went to school, they had to have a hearing, because I showed up late, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I didn't commit no crimes, and you know what I mean? I wasn't no gangster, you know what I mean? I was a school kid, you know what I mean? Check it. No, so listen, let me put on my spectacles for a minute. Put on my spectacles, check out the district with my spectacles on, because, you know what I mean? My joint be messing with me a little bit. So listen, check it. So where I'm at, I get back to school and they say they're not gonna give me the classes I need to graduate. And the whole year I was like in these classes that I didn't want to be in, and you know what I mean. I was getting annoyed by the attitude of some of the teachers. You know what I'm saying? I was just that type of cat. You know what I mean? I was that type of student. You know what I mean? Like if a student, if I had 12th grade in human anatomy, I would get A's and B's. But if I go to a class like the teacher used to be in the military, the math teacher, my homeroom teacher, we wouldn't agree verbally. Like, you know what I mean? Why was you standing out in the hallway? Well, you gotta get in here. You can't be in the hallway. If you're gonna be standing there, then get in on time. Don't be late once it was just that type of experience. It was that type of experience. It wasn't really that. But when it got turbulent like that, I can't have the classes I need to graduate. I only needed one class to graduate, one math credit, one ninth grade math credit. My homeroom was 10th grade homeroom. So I was inclined to pass my classes. It just was some turbulent, you know, he just, doing things he wanted to do. Nothing major though. Not no like going to school every day. Like really, really a person that would be there, but just don't have no incentive. Hit the home run, but no scholarship. No incentive to do what the home run grand slam look like. You know what I mean? Just no tutors. I didn't need a tutor. I would tutor the kids in my classroom, and the teacher would say, "What you think you're gonna pass?" It's stuff like that. But it was like after I went through the Philly experience, I was another person completely from the Philly experience, because that's when the Mag Butter was coming in. Big body Benzes was being pushed. You know what I'm saying? I was another person. So when I was another person, they sent me back to this environment that I managed to survive. It was like, it just took me out of my element, but I was still, $1.50. No doubt, $1.50, no doubt. Because still had the jewels in the mouth and all that. Everything was still, half-past butter, but the clothes and all that got stolen and all that. Philly grabbed all the clothes when I got grabbed. You know what I mean? For saying dude that couldn't be on the corner and all that. I'm just calling it like that. I don't know what Philly doing, taking my shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I was like a cool type dude. You know what I mean? Moving around. You know what I mean? I was the youngest one in the district, and it was like, I was the youngest one in the district, and it was like nobody wouldn't grab me a certain way. They'd be like, you know what I mean? There goes Shorty with the Joes on and the Christian Dior and the Nikes and shit. It just looking, doing shit like you can't tell what dude doing, but dude Shorty in the district. Nobody fuck with Shorty. So check it. Big body Benz pull up. Ba-dum. I'm like, damn, this shit kind of loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going nowhere near that joint. Hop in my joint. You know what I mean? Boom. Moving through the district. You know what I mean? So this is when they grab everybody. When they grab everybody, they're like, yo, y'all going to jail. You know what I'm saying? What we going to jail for? It's a moving. We got a moving company. We move furniture. Nah, we found some residue in the wall. That shit was personal type shit. That wasn't even they didn't have no weight or nothing. You know what I mean? The shit they was saying was like, what's this, like a donut shop? What you get in shipments, what you need, and then, re-up? What is it? So I was like, no, I mean, I'm visiting. I don't know all that shit. I was wino type shit. I don't know what you're talking about. So check it. So this getting back to school shit wasn't what it was made out to be in the district. In the district, in the big body Benz to pushing my own joint wasn't what it was made out to be. You know what I mean? The school shit was in my way. You know what I mean? Like, these niggas don't agree with me. I'm shot. Shit is just not 100. No kind of way for them to not give me the classes I need to graduate. I gotta pass them. I had no incentive to go to school and do all that at that point. I was a senior, but I had a 10th grade homeroom. I had 9th grade classes because I was doing work that I needed to do and not the work that just would be before you. Because I changed schools going from New York to the district I'm in now. That I changed schools so that everything got scrambled. 10th grade this, 9th grade that, 12th grade this. It was just scrambled. But you know what I mean? I made my way anyway. You know what I mean? I got my GED ultimately. Ultimately, I got my GED. So listen, check it. YouTube, right? YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm still doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. This is like for the media. I never do the media thing. I watch everybody else do their media thing and be like, that's fire. You know what I mean? If I ever do my media joint, I'll go live and just push my joint like I was being interviewed or something. You know what I mean? Just do it my way. You know what I mean? But listen. Check this out. So I get to school and they tell me I need these credits. No, they complain about me being late, first of all. First, they complain about me late. I have to have the hearing. I can't just go back to school. You know what I mean? We know what you was doing. I didn't do nothing. What you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You go through that type shit. If I didn't do nothing, then it don't have nothing to do with that district. I'm a whole nother district. Stop playing. You know what I mean? So I get back to school. So I'm not that type of student that I was at first because, you know what I mean? The mad butter. I went from mad butter. I wasn't doing nothing productive to the extent of how I appeared. I'm wearing fur coats. I'm wearing sheepskins. I'm wearing Fila, Nike. I'm wearing certain shit, and I'm not around people that's doing certain shit. I know a couple of cats that do certain type shit, but I just didn't do that type shit. Not being from the same district, and I was going to school. I wasn't doing all that. You know what I mean? I was me without all that. I wasn't on no female type shit. I was distinctive about my shit. I'd be around a female and be like, this shit not gonna work without no car. You know what I mean? Like no hotel and nothing. This is not gonna work. You know what I mean? I gotta do my shit. So check it. In case the females wondering, you know what I mean, where they was at. You know what I mean? It's some shit like that going on. And, it's just not gonna work I'm not catching no bus with no female going to the movies and all that shit. Stop grabbing me with that shit. Whoever doing that shit, stop doing that shit. So listen, I'm back to school, ultimately, but I'm not motivated. I'm a different person. I had the mad butter in my hands. You know what I'm saying? The mad butter. I had the mad butter. The moving company was doing well. You know what I'm saying? Was moving things, you know what I'm saying? Moving chairs, couches, moving furniture, you know what I'm saying? And Philly was that place, you know what I mean? Philly was that place, and Philly, they held it down, you know what I mean? But they had this way about them, like, we grabbing niggas, and you know what I mean? You're not the motherfuckers that's killing these motherfuckers in posses and, you know what I mean, shit like that in DC and shit. You're not killing shit. But you just look too comfortable. I'm like, look too comfortable. Ain't nobody dead. Leave me the fuck alone, Philly. Damn. I'm shorty in the joint. Like, leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck you talking about? Nobody dead. Nobody shooting. Nobody arguing. Nobody throwing guns in the trash can. None of that shit. Fuck you talking about, Philly? Some silly type shit in Philly. You know what I mean? So I'm bugging. I gotta go back to school and shit. So I get back to school. I'm not motivated. I'm this person in Philly, but I'm not that person because I don't tell nothing, you know what I mean, in Vegas that happened in motherfucking Japan. I'm not doing all that shit. My shit is 100 all the time. Check it. So I get to the end of the year, and I'm this person like, dude got kicked out of school for, selling weed, you know what I mean? Shit like that going on. And I'm like, yo, we was beefing at first. Me and dude was beefing. We wasn't going hard at his shit. He was just the type of person that beef with people. And you know what I mean? He not to see where they at, but he really beef with people normally. That was the type of kid he was. That was the type of character he was. He's not alive now. But he used to beef with people from time to time. And people know him that way, like one of them type of people. So he beefed with me, and we got in the scuffle and shit after school. They laughing at us now, but shit funny. Got in a scuffle, right? No punches were thrown, just got in a scuffle and shit. So then after like that shit passed, it was like, you know what I mean? He had a car and I didn't have a car. He got kicked out. He got kicked out and had a car, and I didn't have a car, and I was going to school. So I would see him every now and then and be like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Because we had let that shit go. You know what I mean? It wasn't no major shit. We had let that shit go, and he'd be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing shit. I'm in school still. You know what I mean? Shit is half-assed. I might graduate. Shit like that going on. So we'll get weeded a little bit, shit like that. He'll be like, yo, I got some weed and shit, you know what I mean? Go park or like over there and shit. Be like, yo, shit is crazy and shit. Weeded and shit. So, then when shit get butter, like shit not Philly, but shit somewhere, you know what I mean? So shit got butter, you know what I mean? The butter started coming in. It wasn't Philly type shit. Mind you. It wasn't Philly type shit, but I wasn't racing for Philly type shit to be butter with a different type of district. You know what I mean? It was a different type of district. I wasn't doing Philly type shit, and it was just, you know what I mean? The butter. It was the butter. So check it. After shit transpired enough times, it got old fast. You know what I'm saying? You know how fast butter is as opposed to going to work type butter. So the kid was on the way. She was in the movie, but I never brought her around, butter activities. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, she only saw me at the beach. She saw me at the hotel. She saw me in different districts. We would be cruising. She would drive, and I would be scared to death. You know what I mean? Shit like that was going on. We didn't have no motherfucking movie inside of the fucking the project she lived in, and no shit like that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. She was in the projects, and it was like, you know what I mean? It was just some butter type shit in the projects moving around, and you know what I mean? Nobody said what was real when shit. Couple of bang joints playing, but fuck that. They was banging this shit. What they was banging over? He looked at him. Man, that shit, I said, that shit's silly. I ain't banging over that shit. Leave that shit alone. Don't fuck with that shit. Shit like that was going on. It wasn't no major shit. Like, dude smacked him and he knocked him on the ground and they was right. He stabbed him and caught his brother at the park. There was no shit like that. They was staring at each other and shit and started banging. I just wasn't on it like that. You know what I mean? I was on it like that, but it was unnecessary with the butter coming in. With the butter coming in, it was unnecessary. It got the points where, you know what I mean, I'd be like nixing shit without nixing it. Like Like not banging when I have the option to bang standing right there. You know what I mean? I'll be like standing right there like that shit silly. Stop that shit. So listen, it'll be like it'll get turbulent, you know what I mean? The kid on the way, you know what I'm saying? After the kid was on the way and it get a little turbulent, people pulling guns out, talking shit, you know what I mean? Talking that shit like they want to bang after you have a kid on the way. They don't have a kid on the way. They just watching my movie, you know what I mean? Being Beamer running around with Lincolns and shit, you know what I mean? They just watching Beamers and Lincolns and GMCs and shit like that. They not doing it the same way. So it's time to get in a confrontation now. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that was hopping off. So, even if they was getting the butter, they was still doing silly type shit. So it was like the shit just was just a different type of butter. You know what I mean? It wasn't Philly type butter. It was just a different type of butter. Like, you can't expect nothing not to be around certain type of butter. This is what I was saying when I was in Philly. The moving company wasn't doing all that. The moving company was discreet. Had Philly moving, had Philly in a district. Correction. I was in Philly, no doubt. I'm gonna say I was in Philly, and in a district, the neighboring district like Jersey and all that was, you know what I mean? They was like, what up, what up? You know what I mean? What's going on? You know what I mean? What's up, shorty? You know what I mean? Like every now and then, because I wouldn't be just hanging outside and shit. I just see me every now and then, through the district. I'm either pushing my joint, you know what I mean? I had a little, 4-door joint. I would either be pushing my joint or passing by. You wouldn't just see me just standing outside doing nothing. I don't move like that. I just don't do that type of shit at no time. Even when the butters are in a different district, you don't see me standing around for hours and hours for these niggas to run up on me. You know what I mean? These niggas run up on you in a way that the butter look like you look and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Shit just sound a certain way. You know what I mean? So fuck that. I can't be around these niggas because these niggas try me all the time. You know what I'm saying? They try me and shit. Right now, you know what I mean? They try me with the shit they be doing, like who I'm supposed to be in their district, you know what I mean? So they be trying me and shit. So now it's like, you know what I mean, who gonna get banged on? It's some shit like that going on now, you know what I mean? The police on me like, we know who you used to be when you was a kid and all this shit. Silly shit, you know what I mean? Silly type shit, because I'm not doing nothing. I'm not breaking no laws or none of that. You see, I'm doing YouTube right now. You know what I mean? They trying to hate on my channel and all that. Yo, bang on them niggas for hating on my channel because I'm not playing with nobody fucking with my channel saying it's an illegal channel or no, whatever the fuck they doing. Bang on them niggas. I'm not playing with no nigga fucking with my channel. Check it. So anyway, this shit is legal. I'm not doing nothing illegal. It's no fucking racket going on or none of that. So I get out of that district and I get pulled over in New Jersey for a violation, a speeding violation. 55 miles per hour in a 55. I don't know how they do it in Jersey, but if you grab somebody in a district at 55 miles per hour, you better be correct. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at right now, YouTube live. You know what I'm saying? Throwing my spectacle joints. Throwing my spectacle joints. And matter of fact, put 55 on the screen. Put 55 on the screen mile per hour. Yo, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't know an hour passed. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I gotta go. Yo, listen. Got my spectacle joints on 55 miles per hour. New Jersey, Turnpike. Gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing shit. Yo, straight up. Yo, man, butter. Yo, donate. Donate to my channel. I'm not getting a whole lot of income off my shit. Donate. I'm not selling merch and all that. Yo, donate. Make sure you hold it down. 1,000 Million Foundation, link in the description. You know what I mean? Just click on the description. Don't watch the videos and all that. Just scroll down, get to the donation bar, just donate $1 or something. You know what I mean? Get my shit moving. Stop hating on my shit. I got a new channel card. I'm gonna get. I know I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of shit. Stop hating on me and shit like that. Yo, man, butter $1.50.